Hey guys, it's me. Welcome to my channel. No cooking tutorial today. I just wanted to take a few minutes to tell you a little bit more about what this channel is about and to tell you a little bit more about me. I was born in South Korea in November 1986. I was born in Busan to a 32-year-old woman and a 37-year-old man. They were married. They had 4 children, and I was a surprise. I was the 5th one, and they just couldn't afford to feed another mouth. So they gave me up for adoption. I was born in a small clinic in Busan, and I spent about 2.5 months in a foster home until I was adopted by my adoptive parents in February 1987. I grew up in West Michigan, right here, if you're familiar with the mitten shape of the state. I have a younger brother who is also adopted from South Korea. The area that I grew up in was primarily Caucasian and African American. There wasn't a strong Asian culture there. I grew up going to a small private school from 3-year-old preschool all the way through high school, where the primary race was also Caucasian. My parents were always very supportive of me asking questions about my ethnicity, about my heritage. Every couple years I would ask to read my adoption files. They allowed me to go to this heritage camp in Grand Rapids, Michigan, which primarily started off as a camp for Korean adoptees, where we learned how to speak a little bit, how to cook, different things about the Korean culture. But then it started branching out to include kids who are adopted from China, Bangladesh, India, Russia, and that was really cool because we also got a taste of their culture too. Fast forward to today. Now I live in Denver, Colorado. I'm married, have a cool dog who's sleeping next to me over here in the sun. I'm a dental hygienist. I have a great life out here. I do wish that my parents would move out here to be a little bit closer. But anyways, back in January, before everything changed, my best friend, who was also adopted from Korea, invited me to go to Korea to help finalize their second adoption in Seoul. I was really excited. I was going to get to spend time with her and her family, and then also her 3.5-year-old son, who is also adopted from South Korea, who I consider my nephew. My husband was going along with me, and I was really excited. You know, my knowledge of Korean culture is very limited, but I was really excited to experience all of these things for the first time with my person. So we were really excited to go over there. Everything got shut down, so we haven't been able to go. But that in January, really kind of started the ball rolling. I got interested more in the culture, K-pop, K-drama, K-beauty products, the skincare, the makeup, the hair, everything. I got really interested in Korean food, which is pretty obvious given some of the cooking tutorials and whatnot. And that just kind of led me down a rabbit hole. The more and more I questioned and, submersed myself in Korean culture, the more and more it sparked that interest that I had as a kid. What would it have been like growing up in Korea compared to what I've experienced now, up to this point as a Korean adoptee in America? What do I identify as? Korean American, but it's different because I'm adopted. I don't have Korean parents. I don't have the traditional Korean upbringing that other Koreans in America have had. So this channel is really about me exploring what it means to be adopted, what it means to be a Korean American, what it means to have grown up in a predominantly Caucasian area with a Caucasian family, and how I identify as such, but then also I identify as Korean. So it's my exploration through who I am, or for who I am as a person. I'm hoping that this kind of becomes a channel where other adoptees or people who are interested in adoption or who have perhaps adopted children can come to. It's a safe space where other adoptees can share their experiences, or maybe other adoptees can just learn from other experiences from other adoptees. There are a lot of questions around adoption that people have, whether they're adopted or maybe not adopted, that they don't really know how to address. Maybe they don't even realize that they have them. I've definitely had some criticism over the years about being adopted and me exploring my adoption. Sometimes it's good criticism. It's like, oh, that's really cool, like I really want to support you. Sometimes it's not so great criticism, and it's, well, like what? Like, is your family not good enough for you? Is, like, why do you need to explore that? All I can say to that is that every adoptee's experience is very personal and very unique to that individual. For me, it's something that I want to explore and that I need to explore to just round me out as a person and to answer questions that I've never addressed myself. For other people, they don't want to explore their adoption, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to explore or not explore. It's totally up to that individual. So that's basically what this channel is about. Me exploring my adoption and trying to create a community for other people who are interested in Korean culture, other adoptees, other people who have adopted, or just people who have questions about adoption. So if you'd like to follow along, I would love that. Go ahead and subscribe below. Don't forget to like the video. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, there's also a link in the descriptions. Thanks guys, I'll see you soon.